In this video, we will going to talk about the remote notifications. So we will going to use the Firebase to send the notifications directly on the Android and the iOS device. To set up the remote notifications using the Firebase, first we need to visit the Firebase website. Now, here you need to visit console.firebase.google.com, and after visiting here, we need to first create the Firebase project. Just click on the create a Firebase project. Give the project a name. For example, in my case, I was just going to type test game 2. And after this, click continue, and then click continue. Here you can select your Google Analytics account and then create the project. So once the Firebase project is ready, click continue. And now here we need to click on the Unity, which we can see over here. Just click on it and then register as Apple app as well as the Android app. Here for the Apple bundle ID, here I have set up the game on the App Store Connect. Just go to the App Store Connect and here you can copy the bundle ID from here com.levelcraft.test game in my case. So I will just going to write it down. And after this, for the My Apple app, we can just type here test game 2. For the register as Android device, we need to here copy paste this. Now here there is a one slight difference. For the Android app, I'm using com.levelcraft.testgame2 as the same bundle identifier was not available for the Apple. So that's why I have to just use com.levelcraft.testgame as the bundle identifier. And after this, for the Android app, we can just here type test game to Android. And let's just for more distinguish, we can just type it iOS. And after this, just click on the register app. Now here we can download the Google services.json and the Google service info.plist, as Google service info.plist is required for the iOS and the Google services.json is required for the Android. Let's download both of these. And after downloading it, open back the Unity project, and here in the project, click on the assets and drag and drop both of these files over here on the assets root folder. Just drag and drop both of these files over here. For more clarity, I will just going to type here info and here Google services, just like this. So after the Google services info and the Google services is imported to the project, let's get back to the Firebase, and here let's click on the next. Now we need to download the Firebase Unity SDK. Just click on the download button over here. This will going to download the zip file which we need to extract. So after extracting the zip file, it will going to look like this. Now here for the remote notifications, we need to here import the Firebase messaging.unity package only. Let me just change it to be the list, and then you can see Firebase messaging unity package. Let's just import it and close it. And here we basically need to uncheck the external dependency manager, as I already have the external dependency manager exist in the project. So I will just going to uncheck it. And apart from that, let's import everything else. Let's click on the import. So after importing the Firebase messaging, we can just clear the console, go to the assets, external dependency manager, Android resolver, and then click on the resolve. Now, in case you do not have the external dependency manager, then while importing the Firebase Unity package, you can check the checkbox. While I already have it, because in the previous tutorials we integrated the AdMob ads, and before that we integrated the level play ads. So in those tutorials we have imported the Google Mobile Ads SDK already, which comes up with the external dependency manager. After doing this, we need to now go and create an empty game object here in the hierarchy and call it as the remote notifications. Reset the transform and then go to the tools, Mobile Monetization Pro integration tool, and here choose integration to be the remote notifications, and then you only have to import the required scripts. Just click on the import. And after this, we need to go to Mobile Monetization Pro, Tools, Remote Notifications, and basically drag and drop this remote notification script over here. That's all that we have to do in the Unity project. Let's get back to the Firebase, and here let's click on the next and then click on the continue to console. Once done, we need to go back to the project overview, click on the project settings. We can even close this sidebar. The test came to Android and the test came to iOS here first in the general tab. Here for the test came to Android, you can see we have the package name, we have the test came to Android as well as the app ID. We have already downloaded the Google Services.json file. Now, in case you missed that, you can re-download it from here. After this, we can click on the test came to iOS, and here basically provide the team ID. Just go to the App Store Connect, and here just click on your profile and then click on the edit profile. You can get your team ID here. Just copy this team ID from here. Go back to the test scheme 2 and then just paste it over here and click save. For the App Store ID, we can go back to the App Store Connect, and here let's go back. Select the test scheme 2, select the app information and copy the Apple ID over here. Just copy this from here and then paste the App Store ID over here and click save. So now we have completed the setup over here. We can scroll up and now we need to click on the cloud messaging. And here, especially for the iOS, we need to provide the APN authentication key. And to upload the authentication key here, we need to now go back and create a new tab and here search for the certificates, identifiers and profiles. So you can just simply go to this website and click on the keys, and here just click on the add key, provide a key name. For example, in this case I was just going to type test game to iOS, and then make sure to check this checkbox Apple push notification services APN. Click on the configure button over here, and for the environment you can basically choose the sandbox and production. So let's choose both, and after this we can click on the save button and then click on the continue and then register. Once doing this, we need to now download the key. Just click on the download your key, and then after we need to go back to the Firebase and click on the upload button and basically drag and drop this key over here. After drag and dropping the key, for the key ID we need to go back to the certificates, identifier and profiles and copy this key ID from here and then paste it over here. Click on the upload button. Great. Our setup for remote notifications is completed on the Firebase as well. Now we can test it. Just click on the run button over here and click on the messaging. And after this, you need to click on the create your first campaign, and we need to choose the Firebase notification messages and then click on create. And here, first, before we enter anything in the notification title and the text, we need to make a build on the Android device. For this case, just click on the file, save scene, make sure to go to the project settings and then enter your publishing keys. So after this is done, we can click on the file, save scene, save the project, and basically click on the build profiles and then make sure to connect your Android device and then click on the build and run. Let's open up the game on the iOS. This is the request notification message. Let's click on the allow. This is the GDPR consent. Let's click allow. Now let's even close the game. On my device, let's send a notification. So let's just create a notification over here. Let's just type hello world. This is the first notification. So once you have typed here the notifications, you can even upload the notification image. This is completely optional, as well as a notification name. This is also optional. For now, just click on the next. And here for the app, we need to select the test game to Android. Click on the next. And now we need to send the notification right now. Just click on the next here. And then basically now we can click on next. This is optional, and click on the review and click on the publish. So now the notification has been created for the Android. Now we will not going to receive the notification immediately, as it will going to take around 1 to 2 minutes for the Firebase to actually send the notifications to all the Android devices where basically this game is installed. So let's wait for a few minutes here and let's see. how we get the notification here. As we can see, we just received the notification. Great. Great. So we successfully received the notification on the Android device. You can even create more notifications just by clicking on the campaign and create notifications. And basically, you can even type here, let's say, hello world. This is the second notification. And you can even basically schedule the notifications however you want. You can just click on the next and you can schedule it for a date, for a particular date, or you can even use the recurring notifications, which basically send daily once per user. And basically you can change these settings however you want, but always make sure to test your notifications. Now let's do the test on the iOS device. I will just going to click on the back button over here, and now let's test it on the iOS. For this we just create a new campaign, and this time let's test it on the iOS. This is the first test iOS. And for the notification title, let's just type hello world. And then after, let's go back to Unity and build it for the iOS first before we send the notifications. Make sure to switch your platform to the iOS. And after this, we need to click on the open scene list and make sure to check this checkbox to have the app tracking transparency scene first, and then after the demo game scene. After this, we can just close this tab. Make sure to go to the project settings, and here in the other settings, your bundle identifier should be the same as you specified in the App Store Connect. And after this, in case you are also using the local notifications, then you will going to have, if you go to the window package manager, and you will have mobile notifications installed. Like in the previous tutorials, we talked about the local notifications and we installed this mobile notification package. Now here inside the mobile notification package, you need to go to the project settings and then select the mobile notifications and select the iOS and make sure to uncheck the request authorization on app launch. This is because the Firebase also going to request authorization using this remote notification script. So we don't have to request the authorization on app launch again. So make sure this checkbox is unchecked. And after this, we are ready to test it on the iOS device. Let's click on the file, build profiles, and here let's just click on the build. This will going to build the Xcode project. Here, after building it, we will going to see we have this Xcode build file where there is the Unity iPhone Xcode project. Now instead of this, I will going to use the XE workspace file. And to create the XE workspace file, we can just right click here, click on the services and new terminal X folder. And here I will going to type pod install. This will going to install all the required pods for the Firebase, Firebase Analytics, and everything else, which is basically required to generate the XE workspace file. After this, we can close this window. Now, in case you already have this XE workspace file, then you do not have to do this step. Let's open up this file, and here first select the Unity iPhone, select the Unity iPhone project, go to the build settings, and here just search for the bitcode and make sure this is set it to be no, and then select the Unity iPhone. Click on the signing and capabilities, and here we need to add the capabilities for the push notifications. Just click on the plus sign over here and search for the push notifications and add it. Click on the plus sign again and type the background modes and add it as well. Once done, we need to here in the background modes, check this checkbox remote notifications, and then go back to the Unity iPhone general and choose the app category to be the games. Once done, we can connect the iPhone to the Xcode and then choose it from here, and then just click on the run button. Open up the game on the iOS device. This is the app tracking transparency pop-up. Let's click allow. Now this is the permission for the notifications. Let's click on allow, and this is the GDPR consent. Let's click on the allow here as well. And now let's even close the game and let's wait for the notification and send one from the Firebase back to the Firebase. Now If we click on the next button and here choose the app to be the test game iOS this time, click on the next and basically click on the now here, click on the review and click publish. Let's wait for a few minutes. So I just received the notification on my iOS device. Great. Let's click on it to open up the game. That's it for this video. Thanks for watching.